Claus. Santa Claus' grave has been discovered.
Okay.
Well, first of all, when I heard about this, even though we hear, oh, Santa Claus, and we correlate it to Christmas, inside of my head, I would never think of like, oh shit, Santa Claus used to be a real person. You know the song Jingle Bells, right? When it comes down to the Jingle Bells, apparently it's a dark history when it comes down to the whole Jingle Bells, but now obviously they changed it into like pop culture, into modern times. We adopted it as it's a kid song. We all know this song, we play it during Christmas, but according to some people it has to do with slaves having bells around their neck, and in order for their master back in the days or whatnot, they would put these bells on the slaves in case the slave wanted to run, right, and escape. The bells would jingle and make noise and make sound for the slaves not to escape.
Oh shoot.
A lot of people are documenting the drones, and there's even people shooting the drones right here. Like for example, this other one, it's saying, so the drones are coming from the inside of the ocean.
And this is a swarm.
Drones are coming from the inside of the ocean.
After seeing 50 of them come off the ocean.
Advised after we made contact with that officer that there were 50 that came off the ocean.
Nomas.
So te salvaste de que dejara la with the, ¿cómo le hiciste? Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and start with that. All right, so first and foremost, welcome back to Nomas podcast. This is going to be episode 95. We're getting close to the 100th episode. Can you believe that, babe?
That's insane. You said this one's 95?
95.
Damn, you're 5 away from 100.
5 away. Are you proud of me, babe?
Yeah, dude, that's a lot. Like, that's so many conversations and, like, so many people. I mean, there's some of them that have been the same person, but it's just so many freaking conversations.
So many different, conversations,
Stories.
life journeys that people have shared, experiences, are like dialogues between one another. I freaking love it, dude. And I just want to thank you, by the way, for supporting me, babe, and being part of this project that you came up with the name. So that's a huge thing. If it wasn't for you, all of this wouldn't be possible. So I just want to thank you once again. I know I've mentioned it in the past, but I truly, truly believe that. And I want to thank you once again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But you've been putting the work in.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into it, but I have a question with that, right? So the reason why to this episode, it's a special episode, and it's a unique episode as well, is that Chelo is currently remotely through the hospital. It's been 2 weeks now since last 2 Mondays ago.
2 weeks.
Yeah, tomorrow Monday it's going to be 2 weeks that Chelo's in the hospital. And let's give a brief description on what happened and why you're in the hospital and your current state right now, and then we'll get into all the different topics.
Okay, so a little bit more than 2 weeks ago, it was Saturdays. From Saturday to Monday, I was throwing up every day, everything, and including water and the Pedialyte or the Suero. And Sunday came around, and I remember I was throwing up at night. Angel and the baby were asleep. I think it might have been like midnight. I don't know. It was late. And I remember I was throwing up so bad that I literally felt something move in my abdomen. Like, algo se torció. Like, I literally felt it turn. And I was like, this is not normal, because usually, like, I'll throw up a lot and I'll burp a lot. But I knew that wasn't normal. So then Monday, I was with myself with the baby the whole day. Angel was at work. And I was still not feeling my 100, but I was just doing my thing throughout the day. Angel brought me a salad after work, and I ate just a little bit, and then I started throwing up the whole salad. And from there, it was just nonstop. And Angel kept saying, like, oh, let's go to the doctor, let's go to the doctor. But me, being me, kept saying no, that I was fine, but I wasn't fine. And I was throwing up a lot, that at the end, I was having like hot flashes. I was sweating. I felt like I was gonna pass out. And when I was vomiting in the bathroom, there was literally a blood clot that came out, and I started tasting blood in my mouth, and I was like, okay, like this is not normal. And at that point, like I was literally like freaking crying on the bed, and the angel just
Yeah.
saw me. He was like, dude, like you're not okay. And for me to be crying, like it's like real, for real, for real, because I feel like I have a high tolerance for pain. And like at that point, I was crying, and I was like, dude, just call my mom, like tell her to come get the baby, take me to the hospital. Like I was out of it. So Angel finally brings me to the hospital. We come to the ER. They're like doing a CT scan, an MRI, like all these ultrasounds, and it turns out that I had two things. That was, one of them is pancreatitis, and the other one I have stones in my gallbladder. So long story short, the original problem was the stones in the gallbladder. So one stone made it out of the gallbladder into the into one of the ducts of the pancreas, so it blocked the pancreas, and the pancreas got so swollen that when it finally released the stone, it leaked liquid that's supposed to be in the pancreas into my stomach. So all of that was going on, and when the doctor saw me, he was like, I've never seen it this bad on anybody. He was like, you're not going home, you're staying here. So I've been here ever since then.
So the normal numbers for that, it's, I think you said it's 50 something, right?
58.
And what
It's
number?
in the 50s.
Yeah, and what number were you at?
When I went into the ER, that number that's supposed to be 58 was 8,000 something. It was almost 9,000.
Fuck, freaking crazy. And that's something that I do have to give to Chelo, that she tries to toughen up a lot of her pain, but when I see her in real pain, that Chelo can no longer resist and just tough out, that's when I know it's very serious. And fuck, it broke my heart, dude, seeing you in so much pain. It destroys me, you know. And then like right now, being 2 weeks, you without the baby, even though I've taken the baby a couple of times, but I know it's not the same.
Yeah, no, it's for sure not the same. I mean, I see her like through pictures and video and FaceTime, everything, but it's not the same thing as me being with her like 24/7, and now just seeing her through the screen.
Has your mindset shifted a little bit from when it comes down to you being in the hospital now that you have a baby? Uh, any thoughts that have changed from before?
Um, yeah, because so when I came into the hospital that day, 2 Mondays ago, when the doctor was like, "Oh, you're not going anywhere," and he's like, "Oh, and you're gonna get your gallbladder removed." I was like, "What the heck?" Like, I was just coming in for a stomach pain. Like, I didn't think it was that serious. And then I was just like, "Fuck! Like, what now?" Because it's like your whole schedule gets shifted around, and not just that, but it's just like now you have a kid, so now things are different. And like, for example, for me before, I was like much careless, like when I had the brain surgery thing, because I was just like, fuck, like what if I'm like gone on this one? And for me it was like si me toca, you know? But like in the back of my head, it wasn't like I didn't have anybody else to look after. So it was just like, oh, if I'm gone, I'm gone. And it's like, yeah, my parents are gonna miss me, like my sister's gonna miss me, but like I'm not leaving anybody behind. And now it's like, fuck, dude, like I need to think about the baby. It's not just me. And that's something that my mom kept pointing out. She's like, you're not 22 anymore, and it's not yet just yourself. Like when you feel bad, like you have to actually go get it checked out. Like you can't just be like, oh, I'm just such a tough cookie, and like, like get it to the point where it got right now to be like, oh shit, like let me go to the hospital right now.
Yeah, just being more, I guess, cautious and being more alert whenever something, that something is not right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, it's oh man, it's I don't know, dude. It just for me it breaks me because I know how much of a bond you and the baby have, and now I'm creating a bond with the baby, right? It just
Exactly.
and it's I've been able to just like even though the baby like smiles so much and she laughs, but now I feel like we have a stronger connection. Unfortunately, it had to come through this way, but now just and also aside from all of that, right? I'm experiencing all the different things that you went through and have gone through with after giving labor, after giving birth, that of cleaning her bottles, doing laundry for her, waking up at the middle of the night, which a lot of these things Chelo used to do on a daily basis because I would get my sleep in because I'm going to work, and Chelo would be alert when the baby would wake up at the middle of the night, even though I would wake up, but I would just kind of like turn around and saw that Chelo had like pretty much had it. So I just went back to sleep. But now I'm like physically have to be there, get up at the middle of the night and make her a bottle and just, so it is a lot of work. So I'm experiencing all of that.
Yeah, and I feel like now I realize that, I mean, not that I didn't realize that before, but now it's just like me doing everything for the baby. It's like I'm the backbone to the house, dude, and it's like you guys now that I'm out in the hospital, like not knowing how to do a lot of things with the baby. It's like, well, how do you do this, or what do you wash this with that, or like where is this, where is that? Like you guys are asking me all these things that you guys should probably know, but you guys don't know, and
Yeah.
it's like just kind of like a reality check.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's crazy that just removing one element from the family, which is you, creates such a mess and it impacts so many different people. Right.
Yeah, it's like those like everything's just like out of place now.
Yeah, big time. All right, Chelo, since you've been gone in the hospital, a lot of things have
Hmm.
changed. A lot of things
Okay.
have changed. Yeah, in the world. I'm talking in the world, right?
I know in the house too, it's probably all patas para arriba.
Yeah, it's a little bit
I know
messy.
that.
Yeah, it's a little bit messy. I've been trying to keep up, but obviously not Chelo.
Not Chelo proof.
Yeah, not Chelo approved. Not to the level that Chelo would want, right? But overall, in the whole world, a lot of things have changed. Um, do you want to know what some of those things have changed?
A ver.
Quick reminder, we now have a call-in number where you guys can leave us voice messages, video calls. Let us know a story you would want us to share on the podcast, anything you want. The goal is being able to interact with the people that support the channel. Even if you're looking for love, we will find your true love on Nomas podcast. Also, for anyone that is interested on creating your own channel, we have our Amazon storefront linked in the description where you can find all the cameras we use, the microphones, the lights, the equipment, where all of our podcasts are recorded to. If you need any help with editing services, we are able to produce your entire podcast, edit your short form content from Instagram Reels, TikToks, etc. You can look at all of our content as reference and we got you covered. And finally, if you want to support the channel, you can leave us a super thanks down below, which will help us tremendously, and we'll make sure to highlight that comment on the upcoming podcast and give you a shout out. Now back to the podcast. Well, for one, I took a couple of notes. For one, Santa Claus's grave has been discovered. Okay.
Okay.
Well, first of all, when I heard about this, even though we hear, oh, Santa Claus and we correlate it to Christmas, inside of my head, I would never think of like, oh shit, Santa Claus used to be a real person, or it was, or at least the legend says, right, that Santa Claus is a real person, but I just think of it as a fairy tale. But there is a Santa Claus, right? Saint Nick.
Saint Nicholas, San Nicolas. In Spanish, it would be San or Saint Nicholas. I think it's in English, and that would be San Nicolas in Spanish or Papa Noel, because I know that's what it's Santa Claus, Papa Noel, y San Nicolas
Okay.
in Spanish. But I guess it's just different countries call it different names. I don't know, but I feel like in Mexico we know it as Santa Claus.
Right. So that's the thing for me when I saw this, like, oh, Santa Claus grave has been discovered. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it was just something like out of this world almost, right? But apparently they found the grave, and I don't know. It took me a while to really understand that this is a true person, Saint Nick, and that they actually supposedly found the grave. But who was Saint Nick? Do you know who he was or no?
I think to what I saw, it was Saint Nick was like a pastor, porque Saint is Santo,
Yeah.
San Nicolás, Saint Nick, or Saint Nicholas. So I think he was like a pastor that he would help the poor people, and he would like gift them gifts, and then he would basically help the poor and gift them gifts. And then I guess that's where the whole Santa Claus thing came from. But obviously, this whole Santa Claus is just more like a modern story than the original Saint Nicholas.
Right. Now it's maybe who this person was in the past. Now it's become more of a pop culture thing.
Yeah,
for people to
because
make
if you
it.
talk about Santa, it's like it's a chubby guy that lives in the North Pole, and he has reindeers and elves and all of
Oh,
that.
yeah.
We all know that, like, even though we know that's fake, but that's who we know Santa is.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? That even though we know all these things about like Santa Claus and the reindeers, like you mentioned, and the gift giving, like where does the reindeers actually come from, like into play of this fairy tale or story of Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Or do you know like why the
No,
reindeers?
I don't know about the reindeers, no.
Yeah, it's just crazy. So many different
Because
things.
I mean, don't the reindeers, they have different names,
Yeah.
something like that.
Well, we need to do our research and at one point freaking like try to figure all of this out. But I'm pretty sure a lot of different things like change throughout time, and I bet you a lot of people don't know the history behind all of it, just like we don't.
Exactly.
Well, here let me share my screen and let's showcase the people what we're talking about in regards to them finding the grave. Let me know when you can see my screen. Can you see?
I can see it right.
You can see it?
Yeah.
All right, let me.
Here on Google.
Okay. So okay, so you can see it. So I just put Santa Claus grave Turkey. So let me see what they say.
Did archaeologists find the tomb of Santa Claus? According to reports, Did archaeologists find the tomb of Santa Claus? According to reports coming out of excavations at the Church of St. Nicholas in Turkey, where the real St. Nicholas is believed to have been originally buried, archaeologists have discovered a sarcophagus with a pitched roof buried under the church that some speculate may contain the remains of the original St. Nicholas. Probably not the kind of St. Nick headline you expected to hear this December. Archaeologists report that, quote, while the lid of the sarcophagus has been uncovered, only a small section of the burial chamber has been exposed, and that further excavation is expected to reveal more details in the coming months. Regarding the remains, no real claims have been made, while archaeologists report that they hope for the discovery of an inscription that could help identify the burial, and that the proximity of this sarcophagus to the church potentially lends weight to the identification of this as the burial of St. Nicholas. They're not claiming this is Santa. For all of us here at Bible and Archaeology, I'm Jordan Jones.
So I'm assuming by the sound of it, it just seems like it's just a lot of speculations, right?
Yeah. For sure. But then it's like, dude, whatever they find is so many years old that how do they even know?
Like, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, and that's the thing though. That's the thing when it comes down to history. A lot of history, who knows if it's actually factual or if it's true. I mean, if it's factual or if it's fake, right? If it's fictional. They just said, "Oh, we found the grave of Santa Claus," but even to his report, we don't know if it's real or not.
Yeah, and then did he say that they just found it this month?
Yeah, in December.
And that's because then this month is Christmas.
Yeah. So
Mm.
what are the odds, right? But
Yeah, like what's out of the whole year they found it right now.
yeah. And why were they even digging? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? So something else that while you've been gone for these 2 weeks, Chelo, like like I mentioned, a lot of things have changed, right? But
I feel like locked up for 2 weeks.
yeah.
I have
So apparently, you know the song Jingle Bells, right?
jingle bell,
Yeah.
jingle. Yeah.
So I don't know if I sent you that one TikTok, but did you see what supposedly the whole Jingle Bells history actually has to do with?
No.
Did I send you that one?
No.
So
I don't think so.
So apparently, when it comes down to the Jingle Bells, apparently it's a dark history when it comes down to the whole Jingle Bells. But now, obviously, they changed it into like pop culture, into modern times. We adopted it as a regular song that kids. It's a kid's song. We all know this song. We play it during Christmas. But according to some people, it has to do with slaves having bells around their neck, and in order for their master back in the days or whatnot, they would put this
To find
belt.
them.
Yeah, they would put these belts on the slaves, and in case the slave wanted to run right and escape, the bells would jingle and make noise and make sound for the slaves not to escape.
Oh shoot.
Here, let me play the
That's
video. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Let me check it out. Let me know if you can see the screen once again.
mm,
Can you see it?
yeah.
Okay.
Google
So,
again.
yep. So it's crazy because so much history might be lost, and they change the trajectory on what we think actually happened versus what we've been told nowadays, right? So we can't even trust our history books or anything that we've been told. That's why I'm a strong believer to, yeah, it's good to listen and to hear things, but always question things and do your own research, right? Do you agree or no?
Yeah, but then it's like if you want to find the truth, I feel like there's not that many books out there that actually say the truth, so it's harder to find it,
Yeah,
or it's
exactly.
something that's otherwise.
Yeah, exactly. And then not only that, but I think I've even heard at times that Google gets updated to make it fall into the history that the powers want them to follow, right? So a lot of the
Yeah.
reality and truth is hidden from the people. But this is the video I was referring to.
Dashing through the snow on a one-horse open sleigh. Did you know the real Jingle Bells was not about bells? It was about slaves escaping. Did you know that? The original Jingle Bells was named One Horse Open Sleigh, written by this over here, James Pierpoint. According to an academic paper, the Christmas carol Jingle Bells has racist origins. The song was first performed in blackface in a minstrel show in Boston in 1857. What is a minstrel show? Minstrel show is a popular form of entertainment in the 19th and 20th century which shows artists performing in blackface, like this over here, where white people dressed up like black people and pretended they were stupid and lazy and did stupid things, and it was funny for them, you understand? Jingle Bells in particular was a funny one, but you had to do with slaves escaping. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Now you know.
Crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to when I first saw this, I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe you can't even just trust a video you see on TikTok. But when I search something on like this, I put Jingle Bells slaves to see if I could find anything on Google, and so and it did pop up.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, so it did pop up. I wanted to make sure that at least through Google, it kind of showcased a little bit of that truth, right? And it says, so I guess apparently back in the song Jingle Bells was written in 1857 by James Lord Pinpoint, who supported slavery in the South during the American Civil War. Historians think the song was originally a drinking song and unlikely to be intended for family-friendly occasions. So it wasn't even meant for family, right? Separately, slave collars with bells were a cruel and humiliating way to deter slaves from trying to escape. These collars were used on slaves who had previously tried to run away, and the penalties for running away were often horrific. So I guess that TikTok, there is some truth to TikTok, to that video that we just saw. But I had never heard of this before.
Me neither, but just by the person that wrote the song, like it says a lot. It said he was a slave owner, no?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like the person that wrote a song that we all know now as Jingle Bells for Christmas was a slave owner. It's just, there's something odd right there.
Yeah, it said that he supported slavery. Yeah. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Probably if you supported it.
Yeah, and you know it's something else that I saw through the comments. What I saw in the comments through TikTok was somebody put, that's why a lot of people, or that's why we should stop singing Jingle Bells in modern times. Now that we know the origin of where Jingle Bells comes from, right? And within the comments, I'm not going to pull it up just because I don't know if I'll be able to find it right away. But within the comments, somebody said, yeah, and aside from the whole Jingle Bells, there's another like dark history when it comes down to picnics. Do you know why?
No.
So if you kind of make sense of the word, right? Picnic, like, oh, we're going to have a picnic, right? So you can put two and two together. Do you know where I'm kind of heading down to? Like picnic. Does that make sense to you? So apparently, if it doesn't, so when maybe this will make it make sense. So apparently when they used to have picnics back then, it's because white people or slave, I don't just want to generalize to white people, right? But people back then that had slaves would take the slaves and they would picnics, and apparently they would hang them, right? Now, so does the name kind of make sense now? Picnic.
Yeah,
so you can connect it to why they called it this name. So supposedly, and this is based on the comment section that I was reading through TikTok, that apparently that's the reason why a lot of African Americans don't refer to picnics as something that they do. They usually call it cookouts. I think.
Oh, yeah, I've heard them say that word.
Yeah, so they refer to cookouts or barbecues. And I personally didn't really know that or really paid attention to it. I just thought it was just like something they do. Just that's their word, right? That's their slang of saying, "Hey, we're gonna get together and have a cookout."
Like carne asada.
Yeah, like us when we say carne asadas, exactly. But in that comment section, that's when I found out about picnics. And if you Google it and do that research, it takes you back to history when all of these things used to happen as well.
Yeah, like for example, I had seen a video, and I think I had sent it to you or showed it to you a while ago, that people back then, the people that were slaves, and that they used to do the cornrow. Is it cornrow on their, like the cornrow hairstyle?
Yeah, the cornrows, yeah.
It was because that was like the map to let everybody else know that like it was the way out of the plantation.
Oh, so they would use cornrows to kind of map it out?
Yeah. That's why they would do their hair like that, because that would be like the little blueprint or the little map to let people know of like, hey, like this is the way out of here.
Wow, that's crazy.
But like they would, if they were to write it down on a paper, they were probably like the slave owners were gonna see it, or if they tried writing it like on themselves, I don't know. So I think it's pretty insane, like for them to be like, you know what, I'm gonna do my hair like this.
That's freaking smart, dude.
to let people know that this is the way out of here.
Dude, that's freaking smart. By any chance, did you ever Google that just to make sure that that's where it came from, or where'd you find that story from? TikTok.
I found it on TikTok, but I remember I found a couple.
Yeah.
But I remember telling somebody else, and they're like, "Oh yeah, did you?" I think it was one time that we were with Julian and Annabelle, and we were talking about this, and I think Julian was like, "Oh yeah, that's true," or somebody else. I don't remember, dude, but somebody else knew the same thing.
Wow, that's insane, dude. That's freaking smart.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing. It's just a lot of this history gets lost, right? Or the origins of these stories. For example, but now they're trying to ban TikTok. And I personally think even though they've been trying to ban TikTok for a while, right? I think personally, if they end up doing this ban against TikTok, is because a lot of the truth gets found out through this social media platform, right? Because if it wasn't for TikTok, we wouldn't even know of this past history.
Exactly. I just feel like TikTok exposes everything, so that's why they don't want TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh, going back to the whole Santa Claus thing, I saw another video on TikTok. I don't know if I sent it to you right now, but I saw it earlier, that the whole thing of why Santa wears what he wears, like his outfit, is because it's related to the Freemasons.
What?
Like the red and the white gloves, and they show like a picture of Freemasons, and they're wearing like not exactly the same suit, but it was like a red suit with like some golden buttons, and then they were wearing like white gloves.
What
just
the
like
hell? Really?
Yeah.
You know,
made like that connection.
yeah, you know what's crazy? That's a very good point, because if right now the past video that we saw, the original Saint Nick doesn't even look anywhere near to what our Santa Claus looks like, right?
Like, where did they get like, oh, Santa Claus is gonna be like some chubby guy? Like, where did they even come up with the whole Santa Claus story? Like, that's why I don't get it.
Yeah. Huh, that's crazy. I didn't know about the outfit kind of relating to the Freemasons.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude, you're good. You're good at freaking this research, and a lot of these thoughts actually stick to you. And I personally have to freaking write them down in order for me to freaking remember. Yeah.
That's a bad memory.
Huh?
I said you have a bad memory. You have like the worst memory. You're so bad.
Dude, I do. I feel
Even
like
with you're so bad.
with what again?
Directions.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I just feel like
We can go somewhere like 10 times, and you're still gonna ask me how to get there.
But a lot of that has to do with, for example, if you're on the passenger side and you're not really paying attention to the actual drive there, right, to the directions, how to get to a specific location, not until you're the one that actually has to drive to go somewhere, that's when you're actually paying attention. Does that make sense?
Not really. I feel like that was my mom, because she was like, como que every time that she would drive, she'd be like, pongan atención, y no, para que no anden menciando, or something like that.
Yeah.
Always like test us, dude, like, oh, ahora dónde le voy a dar, like, for us to pay attention where she would be going.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe that's just why I know how to get around, like, without the GPS, because my mom would always be testing us.
That's funny. So, okay, something else that's been going on since you've been gone, Chelo. Yeah. So, you were gonna mention something about Virgen de Guadalupe.
Oh yeah.
You see, even though you say that you have a good brain and all of that, you can't beat the note cards.
No, I was waiting for you to bring it up. Like, I don't know if you were just gonna bring it up.
Oh, okay.
You were gonna be done talking what you were talking, or
okay.
You were gonna somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
Okay, so you know how El Día de la Virgen de Guadalupe just passed, right?
Yeah.
And I was seeing everybody's story, and I was like, that's interesting how everybody right now is like, oh, la Virgencita, esto y el otro, but in the whole year, I never see them post nothing about Virgin Mary until right now.
I agree.
I'm just like, dude, ahora sí le andas llevando flores and doing all these things because everybody's doing it, but in the whole year, dude, like, you're over there wilding out, like, drinking and doing all this shit that Virgin Mary probably wouldn't approve.
Dude, I freaking agree with this so much, right? Because why is
And
it?
now do like La Guadalupana at church, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. But anyway, dude, like I was
Wait,
watching all the stories.
hold on. Before you move to that, I agree with you, right? Why do you have to wait to one specific date, right, for you to post about La Virgen de Guadalupe and all that stuff, and everybody goes and and lights a candle and post it? But if you're really truly about that, how come you're not like showcasing that throughout the year, right? Why wait for that?
Yeah, and there's people that I saw that I'm like, okay, like you were posting about it throughout the year, but then everybody else, like 90% of the people were like not posting shit about it throughout the year. But then when it came for the day, it's like, oh yeah, they were like front and center at the church and like with the ramo and like over there singing and posting everything. And I'm just like, dude, like.
Yeah, dude, it's funny that you say that. Let me see if I can pull it up. As I pull it up, I'll share my screen right now. But you know that, I guess, have you ever heard of that Roadblocks? I guess it's some sort of you never heard of Roadblocks?
No.
Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Can you see my screen or no?
Yeah. I can see what you're doing.
Okay, so Roadblocks Church. Let me see if I can pull it up. So apparently, so it's like an app or it's like a game online, and apparently, instead of
Is it Roblox with an
Roadblocks,
X?
is it? Let me see.
Roblox.
Okay, let me see. You might be right.
ROLLX.
Yeah. Oh, Roblox Church. Let me see if I can pull it up. Fuck, I don't know if it's there, but the story that I'm trying to pull up is that apparently, instead of like kids or people going to church, a lot of people went to service through through Roblox, through an app.
What the heck?
Yeah, fuck. I don't think I pulled it up. Yeah, fuck. But apparently it was like it was close to 900,000 people that were through service on Roblox.
What the heck?
Yeah, isn't that crazy that instead of people actually going to service, they went online to this game Roblox and they were in service through
the game.
Yeah, through the game. Freaking crazy, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But then I saw the comments. They're like, hey, at least they're showing their faith, even if it has to do through a game.
Through a video game.
Dude, it's insane that they were actually doing that.
If you hadn't told me, I've never heard of that. I've heard of the game, like Roblox.
Yeah.
Right, that's where when you said it, I was like, wait, hold on. Is you talking about the same game?
Yeah. Dude, I want you to see it. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
But you were spelling it out different.
Yeah, let me see. Oh, shit. So it's Roblox, right? Because I want you to see it.
Yeah.
Can you see what I'm doing or not yet?
No.
Okay, right. Watch.
Meditemos el gran amor del Padre y el gran amor de la Virgen María que entregan al Hijo para nuestra reconciliación. Recibamos.
So 900,000 people or 900,000 likes because of all these different like people. You can see all the different people in mass through Roblox. Instead of people actually going to freaking church. Watch, check it out once again.
Meditemos el gran amor del Padre y el gran amor de la Virgen María que entregan al Hijo para nuestra reconciliación. Recibamos
900,000 people in Misa in Roblox.
In Misa.
That's awesome. Y todos bien organizados. Nadie en el pasillo.
That's insane, right? And you can see all the different figures.
So
yeah.
Let's see what the comment sections are saying. Roblox is crazy. My Roblox church does the same. Hay más desmadre que en misa. So yeah, But yeah, I just wanted to show you that. That's freaking crazy. So a lot of things have changed ever since you were gone, Chelo. Just like, yeah.
Now people are doing Roblox, Lisa.
Yeah. So
And Spanish too.
yeah. They were giving service through roadblocks. So the last thing that I wanted to touch on today's episode is, remember last time we were talking about Project Bluebeam and that all this different types of conspiracies that were supposed to happen with alien invasions and all of that. Remember that?
They were about the whole Virgin Mary. We're gonna jump into that.
Wait, did you finish the whole Virgin Mary or no?
No.
Oh shit, go ahead and finish it.
You jump into
Oh,
the
okay.
Roblox.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing,
Oh
baby
my-
girl. Go ahead.
Okay, no, it's because I think it is desviaste because I started saying like about people going to the whole like
yeah.
that's why you like took off from there.
Yeah, go for it. Do your thing.
No, but so 2 days ago I was watching this video on YouTube and I had already learned some of this because of one of my history classes when I was in college. But the original Virgin Mary wasn't La Virgen de Guadalupe, right? Because the Virgen Guadalupe came from the Spaniards when they came to Mexico to take over. But the original Virgin de Guadalupe, her name was Tonantzin. And she wore basically the same thing as Virgin de Guadalupe, but the cape with the stars for the Aztecs, they represented the cosmos. And then the sun around the cape, you know how it has like a sunlight shape? Well, it represented the sun, which was important to the Aztecs, but they also referred to Tonantzin as like the something about like the corn goddess or something like that. And then they also referred to her like as a fertility, like people that wanted to get pregnant, like they would like pray to her to get pregnant, like the fertility goddess. And she was like different things. But like in the video, it was just talking about how, you know, like Tonantzin was the real thing. But when the Spaniards came, like they obviously switched up the whole story. And when they introduced the whole idea of Virgin Mary to the Aztecs, the Aztecs kept referring to her as like Tonantzin because that's all they knew. And the Aztecs would get pissed because they wanted to impose their religion over the Aztecs.
You mean the Spaniards would get pissed?
The Spaniards would get pissed that the Aztecs wouldn't call Virgin Mary Virgin Mary. They would call her Tonantzin because that's who they knew, or like that was their goddess to them.
So, but in reality, the one or the name that people should be following should be Tonantzin.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't even be Virgin de Guadalupe. I think they did call her like something about like La Morena or something like that too, but it wasn't like La Virgen de Guadalupe. It was Tonantzin.
Damn, man! Look at Chelo, man, spitting facts.
There was
and
way
shit.
more. You know how like I guess Virgin Mary's like standing on like a half moon.
Yeah.
The half moon represented something. Like it was more stuff, but that's everything that I remember right now. But it was saying like the cape with the stars represented the cosmos, and I think that in religion or in Christianity, like the cape represents something else. I don't know. I'm not sure what it represents, but I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be like, oh, it represents the cosmos, because think about it, like the people back then, they were much more in touch with like spirituality and like other things than us right now.
Yeah.
Like people that live in religion.
Damn, look at Chelo, man. Okay.
Period.
For real. Oh, hold up.
For me.
Hold up, Chelo. Okay. Damn, that was a good one. I'm glad you brought that one up. So, as I was saying, remember the whole Project Bluebeam that we were talking about, that the government was going to start releasing fake alien invasion? And all of this has been known through many, many years back, right? That all of this is going to be planned out. So apparently there's a lot more sightings now of UFOs. And they keep on referring to them as drones.
They don't even call them UFOs anymore. They call it something else, no?
I forgot the term for it, but some of the people are still referring to them as UFOs, but right now they're currently calling them drones. Yeah, so I don't know. So apparently all of this is happening in Jersey. A lot of people are documenting the drones, and there's even people shooting the drones. Have you seen those videos?
No.
But the crazy thing with this is that people are like already, if this is truly a hoax, and if this is all planned out, once again, the people are falling for this Project Bluebeam and pretty much falling into the trap on believing that we are getting invaded, because apparently all it is right now is just the visions of these drones, of these UFOs, but in reality, these UFOs are not really doing anything. So why are people getting, why are they acting out to the point that they're actually shooting at them? It's just like, once again, to the whole point of like when the whole vax, right? The vaccinations came to be. Everybody believed it. Everybody wanted to get the shot, the boosters, and everybody fell into the trap, right? And once again, if this is in fact a hoax, people are falling into it, that people are already panicking, even to the point of actually shooting them. Yeah, so even on Daily Mail, where is it? So right here, like for example, this other one, it's saying, so the drones are coming from the inside of the ocean. So apparently that's all the different footage that they're seeing. Let me see if there's any.
There were 50 that were coming off the ocean.
And this is a swarm.
Drones are coming from the inside of the ocean.
After seeing 50 of them come off the ocean.
Advised after we made contact with that officer that there were 50 that came off the ocean.
50?
50. That was my reaction also. There were 50 that were coming off the ocean.
And this is a sworn officer.
Sworn officer, yes. We contacted.
So you heard that, right? So 50 different drones are coming from the ocean, and whoever reported this is a sworn officer, meaning that it's factual, right? It's coming from a source, a good source, that it's trustworthy.
A credible source.
Yeah, a credible source, exactly. So yeah, but the only thing that I keep on thinking of all of this is that, you know how we've talked in the past that whenever they start focusing a lot on a specific subject, it almost seems to play out is because they want us to focus on that.
Yeah, because something else is going on.
Right. Or
while we're all focused on something,
or they're
whatever.
Right, exactly. Or they're planning out their storyline.
Yeah, it's like the whole UFO is like the spotlight right now, and that's what everybody's looking at, but nobody's looking like at the behind the scenes.
Right. Let me see. I think this is drone related. Where is it at? Fuck, I wanted to show you the one that they're shooting at it, but I think that's the one they blocked because I can't find it. But here.
Oh, that one right there.
Yeah, I think they blocked it. Oh, let me see. So this is coming from Daily Mail. So Trump insider claims drones are part of government's Project Bluebeam. Coming days will not be good. So even if I mean, this is coming from Daily Mail right here, and if they're saying that it's part of Project Bluebeam and coming from a source from the Trump group, then it really gets me thinking that something's not right.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like it. Yeah, I feel like it looks fake.
Yeah.
It looks too bright.
And look at the comments right now. So I bet this will be completely forgotten and nothing will happen a month from now. Stop distracting people from the class war. Can't wait until next month when nothing happens. See how people have stopped talking about the CEO thing now. It's a distraction. What is Project Bluebeam? For those who don't know, Project Bluebeam is the spiritual successor to Project Greenbeam, which started in the 70s as a reboot of Project Greenbean, which was originally used to make a casserole. I don't know. So Daily Mail posting about conspiracy theories just made me question the authenticity of their news. So who knows, man? It's very, very hard to believe anything, even if it's in the media source through social media. It's very, very hard to believe. And now I don't really get too concerned about a lot of these things now, because unless it's affecting us directly, I feel like we shouldn't really be worrying about it too much.
Yeah, I agree. Because if not, we're just freaking panicking ourselves and just overthinking stuff.
Yeah.
That's not really happening.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Then they posted this, I guess in Vietnam as well, that they saw some sightings of UFOs or drones. Check it out. So this is in Vietnam, and check out those drones right there, or those UFOs. Yeah. But this other one, same one. It's funny that watch. So they show those UFOs in comparison to the ones that we just saw, and the comment section was funny. I'd rather have ours. Those look a little scarier. And they do, right? I'm like, oh shit, yeah, those can actually attack you. The other ones look more like actual drones, but these look kind of more violent. You see, what the hell, their UFOs are cooler than ours? Not fair. You see, if people are just taking it as a joke, which I kind of like that people are taking it in a joke matter. Not until actually something happens, then okay. But yeah, it's hard for all of this to make sense, because who knows what the true story and plot line is behind all of it.
Yeah, because it's like yeah, they're showing us that right now, but what else is going on that we don't know about?
Yeah. All right, Chelo, and anything else? I know you're at the hospital. I know you're probably tired. But yeah, I'm getting hungry right now too.
Lucky that you can even eat.
Yeah.
What
emoji should they leave behind?
Put the little UFO emoji.
Okay, UFO. If you made it to this point of the podcast, leave a UFO in the comment section.
A UFO and a Santa.
Oh yeah, a UFO and a Santa. Dude, that'd be sick, dude. Making a caricature of a Santa in a UFO. That's sick, dude. Like
the sleigh in the UFO.
Yeah, so a UFO and a Santa in the comment section. Say some positive words to Chelo, as you know, even though she's in the hospital, she still made it out to the podcast. Another reason why I wanted to have this remote podcast with Chelo was for the simple fact that at the same time as we've, getting closer to the 100 episodes, we're documenting our story behind the podcast as well. And this is just going to be another memory of like, hey, thinking back, remember when we did that remote podcast and you were in the hospital? So thank you, babe. I just want to say thank you once again.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Show your arm. Can you show your arm? Are you connected?
Yeah, they connected me like before.
Yeah, that way people don't think it. Yeah, that way people don't think it's a fake stage.
Nomas.
Yeah. But yeah, babe. All right. Any final words?
No, I think I said everything I had to say. I'm like trying to think if I missed something, but I don't know.
Oh, before we go, I did want to share a quote. I feel like I almost forgot to share a quote, but I do like that segment of quotes. So, yeah, you said you didn't have anything else you wanted to share?
No. It is with the quote.
What have you ate today?
Same thing as every day.
Which is what?
It could be vegetable or bone broth. They brought me chicken broth, but honestly, like it grosses me out, so I just don't even eat it. Apple juice or cranberry juice, Jello, water with ice. and it's like an ice cream, but it's called Italian ice.
Mm.
And it could be like cherry or lemon.
And you're gonna be in liquid diet until further notice, right?
Yeah. When the doctor came in earlier today, she was like, "Yeah, you're staying on liquids all day today." So we don't know when.
Okay.
Dude, I'm pretty sure I probably shed a couple pounds because the first 3 days I wasn't even eating anything.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I gained a couple of pounds because I've been having to eat. I've been having to eat just a lot of food from the street, like Chick-fil-A and just Carl's Jr. just so I can like provide food. Oh, what the hell? Just so like whenever your mom is helping out, I'm able to provide like some food for her, so I'll get something for myself as well. But anyways, I found the quote, and I'm gonna say it. If you want me to repeat it again, I'll go ahead and do so. But try to make sense of this quote and tell me what you think it refers to. Ready?
Go.
Okay. If you are someone that's suffering from hair loss, whether you're a man or a woman, there is now SMP, scalp micropigmentation. SMP is a non-surgical cosmetic procedure designed to create the appearance of a closely shaved or bust hairstyle on the scalp. It can also be used to enhance the density of existing hair by creating the illusion of fuller coverage. Make sure to contact SD Inc. as right now they are currently discounting $500 from your procedure if you mention Nomas podcast. SD Inc., thank you for being a sponsor to the podcast. And if you have a business or would like to sponsor the podcast, feel free to contact us through Nomas podcast on Instagram. Now back to the episode. Okay, if you love a flower, don't pick it up. Because if you pick it up, it dies. And it ceases to be what you love. So if you love a flower, let it be. Love is not about possession. Love is about I've ruined it, man. Here, let me repeat it, man. Sorry, people watching. If you love a flower, don't pick it up. Because if you pick it up, it dies. And it ceases to be what you love. So if you love a flower, let it be. Love is not about possession. Love is about appreciation. What do you think about that?
So it's like, if you love the flower, don't take it away from where it is. Just leave it where it is or where it sprouted from, and then just admire it.
Yeah. So how would you be able to correlate that to a real life experience? If you need help thinking, I'll give you my example. Do you need my example?
I don't know. I can't think of anything.
So comparing it to people, right? Let's compare it to... here, I'll give you this comparison and then I'll refer it back to myself, right? So let's say a girl loves to dance, right? This guy finds this lady, this woman, this girl that loves to dance, right? And he sees her and he's at awe of this woman that he just found so beautiful, the way she moves, the way that she looks as she's dancing, and he sees her and he loves it, right? But now that he makes her her girlfriend, her wife or fiance, whatever the case is, once they're together, he's taken her from that environment, and this guy no longer wants her to go back to dancing. And in a sense, she is dying because she truly loved to dance, but because this guy chose her and picked her from that environment that this woman or this girl loved and enjoyed and just felt at peace, and she could actually feel herself just, being the best version of herself dancing, a part of her is dying in a sense. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
So instead of the guy just loving who that person is from an outsider perspective and just enjoying and appreciating who this person is, he rather have possession of that, and then, but at the same time of getting that possession, it's killing her in a sense, metaphorically. Does that make sense? So instead of like picking up the flower just because you want the possession, you want this person to be yours, at times that maybe this person, if you already know that this person is in this type of environment, why pull them from that environment if they're truly happy there? If you can't handle that environment, if you can't see yourself being part of that, then don't even bother.
Yeah, because it's like that person obviously thrives in that environment, and for example, here the guy is not gonna want her to go back to that environment, and he's not gonna compromise to be like, oh yeah, go back, or let's go back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it now.
Yeah. And one comparison to me is that when we were before we started dating, you would see me posting a lot on social media, right? From artwork, from little YouTube videos here and there, and you would see me doing that, right?
Yeah.
And something that I truly value from that, you saw me from out far, and even though we became an item, a couple, now getting engaged, now having a baby together, never once have you told me not to do what I was doing previously.
Yeah.
And that's something I truly value from you, because you never took me out of my environment. And similar to the quote, you never picked me, because if you picked me out of that environment, then a sense of me wouldn't be truly happy.
Exactly. But then it's like, why would you pick why would you pick a person or your person from somewhere? Hold on. Why will you pick your person? Like, why would you pick someone that does something that you don't like to be your person and expect them to change when you know, like, that's their thing?
Well, going back to the quote, a lot of the times you like what you see, right? Oh, fuck, that rose is beautiful. Or, man, this woman is just freaking gorgeous. I want her to be mine. And because of you, what's the word I'm looking for? Of you being selfish, that you want this flower, you want this girl to be yours. You don't care about her leaving this environment that she truly loves, or she loves doing the specific thing. You're just selfish and you just want her for yourself. But with that, in a sense, you're killing who she truly is. And because of a lot of people just care about the possession of like, no, you're mine and you're only going to be mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So does that make sense to you, Chelo?
Yeah, it does make sense.
Why are you laughing?
Yeah.
Are you tired now?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, dude. I'll let you go ahead and rest, and I'll get in touch with your mom, see what's up, see how the baby's doing, and see how everything works out, and see if somebody's gonna go over there. If not, I'll go over there, take the baby possibly. Well, we can talk after the podcast.
Take the baby over here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Well, let me know what she says then.
Yeah, we'll touch base right now. Babe, thank you for pushing through, being on the podcast from the hospital. Thank you for not picking me out of the garden that I love.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, babe. Till next time.
Alrighty. Bye.
It's a great risk, not taking a risk. Chelo, once again, 5 episodes away from episode 100. Stay tuned. Till next time.
Bye.
Hoy no más.